Hey guys, it's Heather here and welcome to Monaco, Monte Carlo, right in the back, where I'm going to bring you on the Monte Carlo retreat in January. I'm super excited. My signature event that I do at Fortune Academy happens once a year and it's just months away. So this is why I'm doing this incredible insight into what I'm going to cover and why you should be here. So let me start with the fact that Monaco is, as you know, the world's wealthiest per square foot or square inch or something like that. It is the wealthiest place that you could possibly go to. And as my mission over the last 10 years of coaching has been one singular mission, which is raise your financial literacy, raise your income, and in particular, men and women, that gender pay gap, I really want to see it close in my lifetime. And so I've really put a lot of thought into it. I've done millionaire mindset retreats in different places, in different islands before, but I really, when I landed in Monaco in 2019, actually 2018 the first time, I honestly thought, wow, this has got to be the place that, number one, I start living in, number two, that I do the millionaire mindset retreat in, because there is no other place that makes impact like this one does. I mean, you can just see right now they're preparing for the Monaco Yacht Show, which is happening by next week, and the biggest yachts in the world come here. I mean, they haven't come here yet, but even the ones that are casually there are the biggest ones you're going to find. And the wealth here and the billionaires and the multimillionaires that you casually walk past on the streets is incredible. And that's what I want you to experience, because I, as you know, started from nowhere. I never had anyone give me any money. I didn't have any wealthy parents. I didn't have anything that, you know, could give me the upper hand. I had to create wealth myself, which is why when I find the self-made millionaires here, they're so impressive, and there's so many stories just like mine here, and obviously some incredibly powerful people, which I want you guys to meet. If you want access to these people and maybe one day work with them, then that's why you need to come to Monte Carlo. Behind me is the Monaco Palace, where Prince Albert himself is actually a resident. So definitely visit this. It's really, really pretty. I've been there myself. But in case you didn't know, what I do in Monaco is invest. I invest in companies, I invest in projects, I invest in ultimately people. And that's why the Monte Carlo retreat is so important, because anybody who wants to have an investment from me and my network of funds, banks, other people that I know in Monte Carlo, Geneva, London, this is why you need to be here, because I don't know if you're ready to pitch to investors until I've trained you to the level that I want to see as, wow, can't wait to invest. But that's not it. You don't have to be a business owner or investment focused to be in Monte Carlo. Monte Carlo retreat was originally designed to just raise people's financial game. So to make sure that you make more money. Typical results I've had is a business owner making 15K a month got to 200K a month in just a year and a half after doing the retreat and the coaching that went with it. Another example is a gentleman in the construction industry making 5 million revenue a year, had another 15 million just 5 months after the retreat based on what I coached him on. So this kind of training suits a high performance individual. The kind of people that love my style of coaching are ex-fighter jet pilots, ex-military, you know, so we've had even Gurkhas in my training, and I'm super, super impressed and very honored to have that, because my kind of coaching, and this is why I'm doing the video, is very, very to the point, very tough, but is designed to create results. It is not designed to be average or just like a, oh, let's have a hug and talk it out. None of that stuff. This is coaching that creates real change, lasting change if you implement it. So I'm really excited to do this with you in the Monte Carlo retreat in January. Make sure you get in touch with my team, click the link around this video, and you will get the PDF that actually goes through all the 5 days, exactly what I cover, one step at a time. And of course, I bring you into the heart of Monte Carlo, right here, as you can see, the famous casino right behind us. And I actually use a hotel in this vicinity, because this is the place where you're going to feel and breathe the Monte Carlo spirit, which is what the whole point is, bringing you into a really immersive experience, rather than just doing this in London or I don't know, any place in the world. It would just not be the same, as you can imagine. In fact, when I came into Monte Carlo, I came in with a real impact, because I ended up on the front page of a luxury international magazine, which is designed for people who own private jets, you know, everyone who is like a multi-millionaire, billionaire. These are the kind of people that have access to that network and that magazine. And that's how I built my network. So believe me, positioning is everything. Like, I thought out exactly what kind of role I would have in Monaco, and the network I use here is a very high-end one. So I want you to be part of that, and for you to kind of be part of that group, Monte Carlo is where you're going to have to start. So I'm going to show you the hotel that we use and just take you near the actual boardroom, because it's a very high-end place. I think you're going to love it, and I'm excited to tell you what I'm going to cover in the 5 days. And remember, of course, you can get the PDF as soon as you contact my team. They'll send it to you on WhatsApp straight away. So click on the links around here to get that PDF. This is the Hotel Hermitage. Look how incredible it is above us. I'm speaking a little bit softer because there are people here, but this is an event space. So our room is actually just going to be down that corridor, and in there is a beautiful boardroom which you guys will be in, and every single day you're going to be in the state of complete opulence. Plus we're going to strategize a lot. Day 1, day 2 will be in the boardroom. Day 3, as you have probably seen if you've got the PDF, will be on a yacht, which I will take you to in a moment. And day 4 and 5, we will be doing pitches and business investment strategy. So this is a retreat that not only works on your financial thermostat, that means you will learn how to think bigger, manifest more wealth into your life, understand money better, and really master the whole money game. Then we're going to work on toxic relationships that you may have had, you know, so things that most people don't realize is holding them back. I'll show you exactly what you need to do to master those areas. Then of course we move on to the asset protection, things like, you know, people are worried about making money because of 1, taxes, 2, they might lose it. So we cover all of those bases, so much more, and I'm going to give you the exact hacks that I use to work on that. So imagine a life where you could make as much money as you want, live exactly how you want, never have to worry about getting caught out on taxes or losing your money, whether, you know, a litigation case comes across, a divorce, you know, so many things could go wrong, and people underestimate that bit, which is scary. So I kind of make you start with all that protection in mind. If you can make tax-free money and protected for life, that's when you're going to be really limitless in approach. And that conversation only happens here at Monte Carlo. I cannot do it anywhere else because, to be honest, it hasn't got the same effect. I will even bring in some of my super wealthy friends who can talk to you and give you their little trade secrets on how they cope with the pressures of making so much money, and, you know, the taxes, if they will answer it. But they live in Monaco, so that's half the answer. So what kind of people should come to the Monte Carlo retreat? Well, number 1, if you just are sick of going in a circle with your finances, i.e. you try something new, but then your bank balance doesn't really change, because, you know, and that's a sign of self-sabotage when it comes to your financial journey, because your bank balance is going to be very reflective of how strong your relationship with money is, or how well you actually understand investments, your whole financial journey in a nutshell. So I'm going to go through that. We're going to figure out exactly what's holding you back. And when I do this in person, I can really work with you on a one-to-one level, because I'm only going to be working with maximum 12 to maybe 15 people in that room. So that's a very key point. To get that undivided attention is super important. So here you have it. Here's the amazing yacht. I'm just standing by the yacht club here, and it's one of my favorite places that I would either go for an evening run if I'm, you know, wanting some inspiration, because there's no better inspiration than running around super yachts in the middle of Monaco in pitch black, because all the lights at night look so good, and I really want you to experience that. Now, a lot of people will be thinking, well, what kind of am I ready for this? And do I have to be like a certain level before you hit Monte Carlo? Well, to be honest, the certain level is really committed, like I said earlier. But typically the kind of people that have joined are, you know, changing from a job to starting a business, or just in a job and just want to raise the game, you know, get the next few promotions. I've got an amazing lady that is joining. She's an employee at the moment, but we're looking to put her into a director shareholder role into her company, and then eventually take that company public. Look, that's an extreme level. Not everyone's going to be at that level. The typical will be employed, wanting to raise the game and maybe do some side projects, you know, some new investments that will outperform any pension fund, because let's face it, a pension is never going to make you retire wealthy. You're going to retire super poor. So there's only one thing on my mind when you're at the Monte Carlo retreat is how can I get every single person there to make the most amount of money in the next 12 months? Because I literally go at 12-month goals. You get lifetime coaching with me thereafter, but within a 12-month period, I will almost guarantee, well, I can guarantee, if you implement everything I tell you, hands down, you're going to really see incredible changes. We're going to goal set as well. You know, the goal setting will actually be partly on a yacht, which I'm not going to tell you exactly which one, but super fun and very impactful, because who else gets to, you know, casually go into a super yacht and see that kind of level of wealth? So I really want you to understand how important it is to change environment. Like I said, this couldn't be done in London, this couldn't be done in New York, this can only happen in the richest place in the world per square meter, square inch, and that's Monte Carlo, Monaco, and I'm very excited to bring you to my home. And I have been talking about what kind of people typically come, which I have mentioned. However, there are some other individuals who are traders or already investors, and they just want to, you know, use my investor network to raise their fund. For example, if you want a capital raise and you want to pitch in front of a Monaco audience that only I can introduce you to, because let's face it, to create the network that I have here will take you many years, and money speaks. You know, you may have to put a lot of money into a bank before anyone would even take you seriously, which is something I've had to do. So I honestly would love to share my network with you. Look, I'll be honest, I will do business with the people that are in Monte Carlo because I will trust you the most. I will know that I've done the work with you, that you are worth the investment in my opinion. But if you haven't got to this level, I just can't take you seriously enough. And I'll be extremely honest here, it's because I don't know enough about you or know what you're made of, how you deal with problems, how you deal with, you know, setbacks in life. That's what's really gonna show me the kind of character you are, and that's where we really build you into this incredibly strong person. So from the inside out, super successful. So guys, this is at the end of me talking about the Monte Carlo event or the Monte Carlo retreat, because it's my most favorite one. And all I want to say before I go is I started from nothing. You know, I started with absolutely no idea of what this kind of wealth would ever look like, and it was by being in an immersive state initially in the UK, and then, you know, just dreaming about things that happen here, that made me actually think, okay, this is possible too. And I just want you to be open to those kind of possibilities. I want to do business with you. I want you to make the most amount of money. This is my mission. I love it. Outside of all my investments and all my other businesses, I really want to help people make more money. And as a female, this is my mission in life. There weren't any female role models that I could look up to at the time when I was in my 20s, and it doesn't matter what age you are, it's never too late, it's never too early, and I just want to be that person that helps accelerate your game. So if that's you, please join me in Monte Carlo in January. It's going to be a decision you'll never regret, because it's a bit of a life changer, I'll guarantee that. So click on the link below, get the PDF, get all the information about this event, and I'll see you there.